All right, let's see if I am live. I haven't been over here for a while. Yeah, boy, oh boy. All right. And good evening, everybody. I'm going to go grab something to drink real quick. All right. Sorry, guys, I had to get something to drink there. Good evening, everybody. Happy to Hell's Tonight, Tuesday night to all of you. A couple things to go over. I wanted to update the D situation. I would talk to D on the phone about an hour ago. Cheryl, let me give you a wrench here. Moderator, there we go. Jen, nice to see you. Hello, Missy, nice to see you. Nocturnal, Snicker, Skunk Ape. Well, I'm going to update what's going on with D this afternoon about, I guess I'll wait for a few more people to get in and then tell it once. Hello, Mouse Toes, how are you? Good. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hello, Joni. Yeah, where is Cheryl? She's all wrenched up now. She's all wrenched up. Well, it depends. It depends the way you think about things. I'm on it. It depends what kind of head you have on your shoulder. Um, hey, not good. Yeah, hey, not good for business. How are you? Wait a little while longer. Let me wait a couple minutes. Hello, Sarah. Where is Missy Jen? Well, look at the comments on my videos. Okay, if you want to see where Missy Jen is. Hey, Kiwana, how you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Hello, Jennifer. Fire Chick, good to see you. And anybody else in here this evening, I'm going to wait a couple more minutes. Yeah, well, I could care less what people say. As I said before, it's well up to Missy Jen to run her life and disclose what she chooses to disclose about her life. That'll be entirely up to you. I can say this: when and if she decides to drop a video, and it'll be up to her. I'm not the kind of person to whine and tell somebody, gee, I'm getting a lot of heat. Could you take the heat off of me and just come out and do a video and disclosing that you're alive and everything else? You know, when somebody asks you to please keep this in confidence, that's exactly what I do. Hello, Joan Ann Smith. Good to see you. Yeah, any comments or anything, just boot them out of the side chat. That's what I have the moderators for. So that's Missy Jen's situation. I can tell you this: when and if she decides to drop a video, as usual, there'll be a lot of people with egg on their face, but you'll never hear a reply. You'll never hear any kind of feedback about that. I'm a believer in keeping confidences. If somebody tells you something and tells you, hey, it'd be great if, we have been tremendous sisters and the love that we share will be forever. And Missy Jen will be a feature on the channel. That much I can assure you of. So yeah, I'm a good friend, and I'm not a person that takes well to bullying, as I will discuss tonight. Particularly when family and friends are being put through the mill the last week and a half or so, and then, I feel it's important to put this out here because although most people have sense enough to know the boundaries of life and what the legal things are, including D dubs. This is going to be no whitewash of D dubs tonight. Some people cross the line, and in the middle of July, two guys are going to go on trial for the harassment that we endured here on the Rancho on a federal level because it's a federal matter involved with the police swattings. Things are being recorded as as things go on a daily basis here. We're not I'm not new to this whole deal of people messing with people's lives, but as you're going to see, and as I proved a couple months ago when I first disclosed the information that these two individuals were going to stand trial for their misdeeds on the internet, let that serve as a warning to people. Public information is public information. I don't dispute that. But some people do not know where to cross the line, and these two individuals are going to pay a price for that. This afternoon at about, I guess about 2 o'clock or so, I had a knock on the door. Very nice group from the Santa Rosa Police Department asking about D. I said he's not here on the Rancho now. Could you give us a call when he comes? When he comes back, sure. Within about a half hour, he showed up on the Rancho. You know, cops were still outside. And we went up and talked to the police, and they talked to D, and they took him in for booking. No big bad boy scene on the street. And I did get a call from him about an hour and a half ago that he was booked into the Sonoma County the Sonoma County Detention Center, not the Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa uses the Sonoma County jail. So, well, Trixie, and some people will pay a price for that. So, as it stands now, he has been booked in. This is COVID-19 times, and in California, we really don't have our bail system has been extinguished here due to the fact that so many people couldn't post bail, and for misdemeanors and minor, what they class as minor felonies, there's usually not bail to be posted, especially during COVID-19. But I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. He might give me a call within an hour. It might be 2 hours, and I will go. Pick him up. Hey Tammy, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, stuff happens, and I want to tell you that there's a big difference. Number one, let me say, I'm not an advocate of people not fulfilling their legal obligations and not, if you have warrants out, face them. Okay. And I have to be honest with you. We've had a lot of conversations here about the best way forward to untangle the web, and the police had some good news today. When you have these Romeo and Juliet situations where you have young people that are involved in, what's classified as a what they call that. I'm not. You have to register as an offender, and in 20 late 2020, early 2021, the law is supposed to come up for review and some change according to the police department here when we were uh, talking outside. Uh, well, I'm sure that the shirt will get here. Well, if you have outstanding warrants and people drop a dime on you, that's the risk. It's just it's a fact of life. But we've had a lot of conversations here because I don't think that you can live I don't think you can live a life without squaring up the things that you need to square up, no matter how you may feel about them and things like that. I think it's important to be strong and go through the system and meet the justice, serve the justice, and get on with your life. I think that that's a really important thing. And I haven't sat on my hands here with things that I'm able to do and things that I can hopefully do. But every state has their own laws and their own jurisdictions. And in the state of California, as was told to me today, in 5 days you must register as an offender, as a sex offender in the state of California. So, well, now we know. Um, going forward though, as a friend, I have no intention of jumping ship. I don't yield to bullies. I don't yield to bullying up to a point. Yeah, I don't clap back because I don't think it's worth my time. But when threats start to come out, and again, we have this coming to the rancho, harassing family members and things like that, then, I pass along the appropriate things that I need to pass along to the right people. And thank God I have the right contacts that people, some people think that because they have a VPN or that they pick up a burner phone that they can devil may care and harass people. But let me tell you guys, this is 2020, and if you think the police are still in the dragnet era of gumshoeing and tracking people down, the point is, I don't have to tolerate threats within my own home. And if you're going to make a threat to come here and to harm me, and as somebody said tonight, to put a 5 cent slug into my head, well, that's a pretty sounds like a pretty good threat to me, and it's not something that I'm going to tolerate. I'm giving nobody an open invitation to come here. I handle things in a legal matter with the proper procedures through law enforcement and things like that, as I have for years. It's an ongoing issue here, and one that finally reached a level that finally got some attention in the right places, and it's been a significant help to me and to those I love. I'm not going to I'm not a person that jumps ship when somebody's shown me the kindnesses and friendships, and if they can't understand something that happens between a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old, well, I'm not going to be able to change their mind. If you can't see the difference between a full-grown adult and what is done as a minor, well, then I'm not going to be able to change your mind about that, and that's fine. I'm not into the mind changing business, but I examined all the information there, and I have no intention of cutting and running. I have every intention that I have to help him put his life on track, regardless of what the threats are that come in my direction. You have some people sit on the sidelines like goofballs because my moderator, they don't like my moderators. They want to start name calling and things like that. Well, that's my right, as it is your right to run things the way that you want. So I will do everything in my power to continue to persuade Dee to, as I've called it, untangle the web here and go back and make things right. It may mean serving time here. It may mean serving time somewhere else, but it's important in my mind to get peace of mind that you put things right. And then on another level, as laws change and people's thinking changes over time, then you can approach courts with the idea of cleaning things up and making things right. A large part of that is being a responsible person too, and discharging and taking care of the duties that you're supposed to do in life. And if it's one thing I've impressed on D, it's never too late to start being that kind of person that can be in people's lives, in kids' lives, and be a parent. So I'm going to continue to work towards that end, no matter what threats come to me. And that is that's the bottom line. And if that means I have to take the 5 cent slug in the head, well, that's the way it's going to be. And that's the way it's going to go down. But I'm not going to back down to bullies, especially those who are so desperate for content and just sniffing like a dog around the bone for anything that they can put up on YouTube to drive views instead of putting quality content out and using YouTube like it was intended to be used. Hello, MB. Nice to see you. Scottish, let me wrench you up here. There you go, sweetie. Kaboom. I can't say that. But the fact that somebody posted that so rapidly tells me that, yeah, it was a setup and it was an ongoing thing. But it violated the law, and that's the bottom line. Whether it was set up or not, he's the one that has to live with the ramifications of that. So, okay, and what's it? Thank you. Hey, Craig, just finished watching Sack Delta. Oh, I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of that. Very appreciative of that. Because people filter things the way that they want to filter, and I don't want to polish what's a turd record, okay? And I want to be perfectly clear about that. I'm not. You don't run and hide from your problems. You confront them and you deal with them. I can't even say the state of Arizona because if it's not having any legalized marijuana, I'm nobody to tell them how to run their state down there. If you ran afoul of the law, then you have to face it. And right now is probably not the worst time in the world to face it and untangle the web because the judicial system is trying to streamline itself because of the backup of cases and everything. Yeah, he's fine. He was arrested today. If you know you are wanted, you should not be. Well, it's not my choice to say that, JJ. My advocacy is to face things, like I said, untangle the knotted up web and do what you can to get your life back in order. And if you have no money, it's probably a lot easier to do than if you do. And Sammy Jacks, thank you. Nice to see you. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Yeah, I've been a friend, and I will continue to being a friend. And thank goodness I had a heads up to record the threats that were leveled to me, at me, today by somebody that got a little head up about things that has no right to really talk about anybody else and their behavior in life. And I'm not gonna tolerate it. I'm not gonna stand for it. And as like I said, if that means that I go down with the ship, then I go down with the ship. That's the way it goes. I don't just you know throw away somebody that's had my back so many times and has shown me tremendous kindness, good manners, a great person to travel with. but a person that really needs to get life on track so that you don't have these demons in your head of past life and things that you've done in life. You've got to make good on those things. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate that. Hey, Maddie, good to see. Oh, thank you, Dee. So, the threats and things like that, you hate to say that you're used to it, but I am so friggin' glad that it's 2020 in regards to the inroads I've made with the proper authorities to um, I'll just put it this way, I don't threaten, but just take things to protect my life. This is my place. I have a right to be here. I have a right to have whomever I want to have on the property. I have a right to protect people's privacy in the case of Missy Jen. And I will repeat again, those of you who follow the channel regularly, and of course, some of those people upload a lot and talk about me and claim they don't watch the channel, which we know that's a lot of hokum. Missy Jen's hiding in plain sight on a daily basis, responding and commenting on videos and being every part as much as the channel as she was a month ago, and she will continue to be so. And the people that speculate she's here, a troll went by and saw her there, utter and complete nonsense. Okay. Missy Jen will disclose her whereabouts and whatever she chooses to disclose about her life at a time of her choosing. She sees what goes on the daily. She knows the ramping up, the nosiness, the talks about being buried in the back, the faked interest in her whereabouts, the faked concern about where she might be, and oh my God, something terrible might have happened. It's all a crock of nonsense. Okay. Again, Missy Jen is every bit as I feel quite confident in saying she loves me every bit as much today as she did years ago, and possibly even more. And the best thing we can all wish for Misty Jen is prayers for her health. That is the important thing. Hey, Fetiz, how are you? Cobra John, yeah, Boyd never bottoms out. Slow times, people's channels that were on and it's when you can pick up Rosie and run with it, it's guaranteed to pack the house with people that want to be. And I don't care. YouTube is it's a sharing platform. But when it comes to standing up and protecting myself, you better believe that I will, and also Missy Jen too. We all give lip service, or a lot of people give lip service to this idea that privacy and taking it to real life. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. And I feel sorry for these people with young kids out there, and their lives get pried into, and CPS called, and all these things. Saying it is one thing, and living it is something else, and it's something I'm proud of. I don't troll anybody. I don't threaten anybody on YouTube. I come on every day, try to put a smile on people's faces, produce content that will be enduring, which is why I'm on this channel now, because I'm making the O'Kelly channel my travel and adventure channel. This is going to be my taking care of business channel over here now. So yeah, respect privacy. It all sounds good in theory, but it is what it is. Okay, people speculate about all kinds of things in people's lives. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, how you doing, Brandon? Good to see you. Ninth Element, thank you. I don't cut and run. The point where other people might cut and run, I come up to the line, and I stand there and say, okay, let's have it out, okay? And it's not my nature to do so, but it's my nature to really stand up for somebody that's been a great friend to me in life. I haven't dug into every aspect of life. I know about Dee's life, and I say prayers at night myself that the knotted web can be untied, and a life can be restored, and can feel good about the family, the future, and all of that. Missy Jen is 100% a-okay. If you just look at the videos on the daily, she's still commenting and enjoying. Just made some comments on the garden video yesterday. Short of that, if I give my word to somebody, I'm not gonna disclose anything until you want to. I'm not the kind of person to go back on that. Okay, I'm not the kind of person. I'm not a gossipy type of person. I think not that they're gossipy. I think my moderators, we communicate in outside of YouTube, and they're by now. I think they're all used to the short, sweet responses of me, and some of them who I would trust my life with. I haven't shared anything with them either because I have that bond with Missy Jen, and it is her right to have her privacy protected. Thank you. Hey, great steak, Charla. Good job on that. That steak looked outstanding. Hi, Alicia. But I'll never know what I never know what's going on. Yeah, Missy Jen is pure heart. And whenever somebody can find their happiness in a place, in a different place than they are now, who would I be not to encourage them to pursue their dream and find their happiness? And I will just say this again. Anybody that is expecting to have some trash reveal all come out when Missy Jen finally chooses to put a video up is going to be gravely disappointed. I'm still very proud of the fact in seven and a half years that I known Missy Jen, we never had one single argument about anything. And I'm so happy of that record of how well we have gotten along. I have nothing but respect for her, love for her, admiration for her, prayers for her health, for the future. As you know, her prognosis is not a great one, primary progressive multiple sclerosis. So why can't we give her the space, the time that she does have to enjoy her life without having to worry about me here and worrying about herself? Hey, Coach, how are you? How are you? That's what real love is. It's not rushing on YouTube to drop a piece of juicy gossip. It's not the gotcha kind of things. It's the day-to-day things. I always find it remarkable when a certain core of people out there are in disbelief of how can people come to that channel, and how can people follow Rosie. She's such a knucklehead, and she's such a numbskull. They never turn it around on themselves and say, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm what makes things pretty bad around here with my attitude and my negativism. Maybe I'm the one that should take a long, hard look in the mirror. I get up happy in the days when I get up in the morning and step out on the deck and enjoy the sunshine. But turn a mirror onto yourself. If you wonder why I have such a great and established following here, maybe you should think about that. I don't demand things of anybody, despite people talk about this new concept called dry begging, which really means you have caring people that watch. But I've never come on to YouTube and ever begged for one single thing. I haven't put up membership things and ended up taking it down. I haven't had to, uh, you know, do things. I'm sure if I put out merchandise, I could sell hundreds of cups and T-shirts and things. I'm here for fun, and you know what? People know that, and they appreciate that, and for that, I am very, very grateful. Okay, thank you, Dee. I appreciate that. Real love, that's right. Trust is the key, and that bond of trust between Missy Jen and I has never ever been broken, and I owe it to her to continue in the spirit that. Hey, Mrs. ATX, thank you. Hope you and Sean are doing good. And speaking of, there's Missy Jen in this side chat. So thank you, honey, for popping in tonight. You make me proud every day, more and more proud each and every day that goes by that you have the confidence in me as your true sister in life to 100% always have your back and your best interest. I would crawl on broken glass to the ends of the earth to do anything I could to help Missy Jen. But I'm not capable of helping other people realize their dreams when they may not be in tandem with my dreams. Okay? A thoughtful person puts themselves aside, elevates the other person, and says, you know what? Whatever you need to do to take your happiness to the next level, I'm 110% behind that. So just wanted to put that out tonight. Thank you, Maggie. You know, you find on YouTube that if you look around chats, you find that positive people attract positive people. You know, people that seem to be uh, happier in life. They have certain things that they come to YouTube to enjoy. Maybe now it's the cinematic videos. Maybe it's some of the Rancho projects, the vegetable gardens, the restaurant reviews, the renovation projects that I do here. I'm happy to have those kind of people here. I'm so happy that I don't have to be involved. I don't have to start a hangout and put somebody else up, you know, in a horrifying way just to drive views to a channel. I'm really proud of that. Very proud of that. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. Missy Jen is risen from the dead. Over there. That's what true love is, people. That's what a true loving relationship is. It's not to hold somebody back and to say, you know, or to think selfishly to yourself. What's life going to be for me? And I'm very lucky that I don't have to contemplate that because you know what, Missy Jen is always going to be in my life 110% of the time, and I am very, 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 very grateful for that. How you doing, Andrea? Yeah, thank you, Robert. You should feel a lot of love because you're a handsome devil. Um, so in that regard, now, just wanted to put that out tonight and to let you know my feelings on it and exactly what my plans are going to be, and that I'm not a cut and run kind of person. So thank you, Melina. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're going great guns on your great guns on your channel there. Hello, Tom. Good to see you. Boy, what a joy to see Missy Jen in the side chat. My fingers aren't even on the keyboard. Yeah, we got to answer. My Rosie bobblehead would be a sellout, right? So it's you know, if I wanted to pillage and uh, and do a money grab, I'm sure hundreds of you know, if I said I really need this, I need that. I'm very careful about that. kind of thing. I never asked for a pair of shoes. I never asked for any such thing. So sometimes it just becomes ludicrous. Booyah! There's Missy Jen. So um, yeah, it's a Christmas in July miracle. Missy Jen has a YouTube hologram. We love you, Missy Jen. Thank you, Rhonda, and thank you very much, Melina. Uh, yeah, we got some sort of good people. That's why I'm very lucky on the daily basis. Like I said, I think positive, happy people with a good spirit in life attract people with a good spirit, and we may fall under the delusion sometimes that drama drives everybody's or moves everybody's needle on YouTube, but there's a huge section of people on YouTube that don't want to be involved in people's lives. They feel dishing dirt and sharing inner secrets with people somehow violates the basic spirit of the human condition. And a lot of them find their way to this channel, and I'm extremely grateful for that. And on the O'Kelly channel, those of you who didn't see, I put up Cinematic Travel Log number 4 today. I'm very proud of that. And that is the content that I want to continue bringing here on YouTube. Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Don't be. I guess I don't never will understand these times when people have to be there, but none of us will ever know on there. So yeah, hey Icy, how you doing? So I mean that's the way you can be on whatever part of YouTube that you want to be. And somebody sent me a link of a part of YouTube I never even knew existed. It made the Boyd look like a Sunday school. Made the Boyd look like a Sunday school. Love you, Kiwana. Made the Boyd look like a Sunday school picnic out there. So there's something for everybody here. If you want that, you go for it. And I don't have any problem. People like to gossip and things. That's fine. But when you're obviously desperate for content because you're incapable of creating content that people would really care to watch, it's always the grab for the low-hanging fruit of drama there. So it's not a secret. So thank you, Tammy. I don't even know if this thing's gigged up over here. Thank you, Tammy. You've done plenty. You've done plenty for me. Hey, Angus, good to see you. I know some of you probably weren't subbed up over here. Increasingly, this is where the hangouts are going to take place over here, and I'm going to keep the O'Kelly for more of uploaded content. So it'll have good balance. It'll work out. I want to keep that channel without distracting people to live chats and things like that. I think we can do just as well over here. Top of YouTube is top class, Boyd is space, man. I watch it all. There's some nice people. I've met some nice people. A guy recently turned on. I've done nothing to this guy whatsoever. Never said one word boo. But he want to use me to get to somebody else and threaten me, and that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. So welcome aboard. Yeah, Trixie says I'm just on YouTube to watch cooking and get recipes. More and more of my stuff is moved towards um, what does Rosie watch on the daily? I watch, unless somebody gives me urgent text like tonight. I don't watch. I'm unsubbed to all the dribble over there. Okay, it's not interesting to me. Okay, it's not something that I going to sit there for hours and listen to. I'd rather watch videos on cinematography and videography and photography, vintage audio, travel, and things like that. There's the things I enjoy because I have the ability to do that. Okay, and I'm grateful to God that I have my strength and my faculties to be able to go out there and bring that kind of content. I see Kawana here does a great job of just a wizard in the kitchen, and she focuses on bringing that great content. So, yeah, and also Mouse Toes does great cooking too. Yeah, it poisons the mind. It trains people in almost a Pavlov's dog kind of way to show up for the next fresh piece of meat into the arena, and who's next with the lion den, and you're not gonna gain anything. You're not gonna if you use it for relaxation or enjoyment. I guess that's okay. But if you're trying, as I am, to build something durable that's going to be lasting and have something that people are going to enjoy, not just for one night or two nights, but something that they can enjoy and get something positive and creative and artistic and beautiful out of that. Um, I don't watch the nightly news anymore. Thank you, Janie. I don't watch it anymore. Uh, I had when this cornholio first came down in March, I didn't sleep. I would get to bed tossing and turning till about 4, and at 5:30 in the morning I was up. And there was just so much weight on my mind. That's right, Brandon. Rosie watches my videos, and we'll go back and yeah, I watch a lot of your stuff. I think you have an interesting. I think you have an interesting angle on thing. I've seen a few Mouse Toes recipes of her storage. Her channel is a super channel. It's a great channel. Oh, hey, Amanda, we will meet. I have every intention of being through Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and Georgia. God willing, this fall when things cool off and the humidity goes down. Good evening, BB and John. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming over to the B channel here. I appreciated it tonight. So that's the update on D. I'm waiting to get the call. I don't know what his release will be. They might choose to hold. I have no idea. I just have to sit here and wait. But I did have a chance to talk to one of the other officers. It had some good information and some helpful advice for me too. Yeah, I'll be down there. I'll be down there. In the meantime, I got this big sucker back here. This Sony Cinema camera. I have no idea even how to turn the thing on in the back there, much less how to operate it. Man, it was nice to see Missy Jen pop in tonight, wasn't it? So, Tom says, I admit I've been poisoned by too much news, has taken its toll. You know what? Because in this country, Tom, we're used to bad news that comes in doses and then it lets up, and now, okay, baseball season is beginning. We have no diversions right now. We have nothing to free our mind on what's going on in the world at this particular time. It's all cornholio all the time. And every day the news worsens again. And now schools may not reopen. And Vegas casinos might be shutting down. I mean, I don't know. Just push buttons till something happens. Does D have an attorney? I don't think it's that level of needing that Trixie. It's a pretty simple matter. If you fail to register, then you face the consequences. If you have marijuana possession in Arizona, sooner or later you're going to have to face the consequences. And this is the message that I've tried to drill into D. But he's a 40-year-old guy. and he makes his own decisions in life. But I think gradually, you have to have peace of mind in life. You have to be you can't have things just tearing at your inner mind, because then you find your relief in alcohol and drugs and things like that, and that's a terrible, terrible thing. Thank you, Tom. Says my video today was a great diversion. So relaxed. Yeah, I want to. People need that. We don't have the diversions right now. There's less and less people traveling. There's less travel content, and YouTube is desperately trying to find things to fill that void. And travel, I think, will always travel's always right up the alley, right there. So, it must suck to live with things like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's no way to live your life, and I just think it has to be faced square on, and it has to be untangled uh, bit by bit. There's no other way around it. Do the crime, you do the time. There's no getting around it. I mean, that's the way it is. So yeah, just to email me at I can make it like new at gmail.com. Send me. Yeah, you need to get a hold of me, Scottish. I thought I gave you my digits too, hoping that I would get that call. Hoping I would get that call. I don't see any viewer questions deleted here at all, transparent. So you must be watching the other chat. Hey, Bella Grace, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm not anybody's keeper, but I am a friend. And I will stand up for somebody, especially when they express a desire to get things on track. Not one to take people and throw away the key. If we did that on YouTube, how many people would be relegated to the waste bins? Felonies, which some are still outstanding today. It's time to square up. It's time to face it. It's time to get on with your life and put the time in. I figure if you got time to be on the road, you got time to serve time, and that's the way I feel about it. Okay, thank you, Trixie. Yay, gonna surprise. Even a text message would be great. Although my moderators and a lot of people in here can tell you, I'm not a I'm not a big. You're lucky if you get a sentence in reply. So Missy Jen, thanks for popping in. That was a surprise. I know it's getting late, and I love you, honey. All the way to the moon, all the way to the moon and back. The Rancho shall endure here, and I will continue to push ahead. But I've already taken some additional steps tonight to protect myself against threats. I've already made one important phone call tonight. I'm not going to tolerate this these kind of threats and things here in my life. I'm gonna leave here every day, not have to look over my shoulder going down the street. I don't live my life like that. I don't have to hide out somewhere and be a keyboard warrior, and I don't have to do that. Yeah, I'm not into lengthy text sessions. Yeah, Jen says Rosie kills me with her few words, and I give her I give her a novel. Exactly. It's just I'm not one to really chew the fat. I don't you know Jen probably never heard me on the phone more than about 5 minutes or so, and Jen's more into being able to yak. Hello, Anna. Nice to see you. And as far as my side chat is concerned, I run my chat exactly the way I want to. I have great, outstanding moderators here that have good heads on their shoulders. I've lost some people because of my moderators, and you know what? I don't care. My chat's better for not having you around, okay? In my opinion, because my channel continues to grow on people that are coming that enjoy content. YouTube's grown. He needs to. Well, that's what I'm saying, Cheryl. It ain't on me, but I can be a friend, and I plan on being a friend. And if there's any way forward that I can help, encouragement, more strong encouragement to do that, I will do so. As you can see, the stakes are rising here. Okay, and you don't want to push the envelope too much. So as far as when and if he'll get it, I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue about that. I just know the state of California and the state of mind about Cornholio now. They want the levels cleared out of the we got people drilling people in the head here on the street and stuff. I had the first sideshow up at the intersection up there today. Absolutely insane. And let's see, everything's good. All bitches. Hey, thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Job ain't personal. Post hate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was great to see Missy Jen tonight to pop into the side chat and rise up like a ghost. Oh, I think tons of people are, Tom. It's just like I said, negative chats will attract negative people. Positive chats will attract positive people. It's just the nature of life. But make no mistake about it, I think that you have to definitely abide by the law. How you doing, Presley? Good to see you. Yeah, so he'll do okay. So Anna, you're gonna have to go back and watch from the beginning on the on the replay here. So it's about coming up to an hour. I did want to update you on the factual information tonight. Once again, I'm thrilled Missy Jen popped in. She's extremely busy today. She's got a lot going on in her life, and I'm happy. And once again, honey, I love you. Hope to see you. You know when. Yeah, Georgie stole her phone. Oh my God. Yep. Ghost typing. With that, guys, I'm going to close it out tonight. Wish you all a great evening. And thank you so much for popping by. I really appreciate it. If you're not subbed up here, this is increasingly going to be the place for my live streaming and occasional vintage television or radio clips that I put up and unusual commercials, things like that, vintage audio and television and things like that. So for sure, and then it shifts down, you sure learn who if you called me. Well, I know, Craig, you've been a tremendous friend to me. And I guess some people here will never learn the value of what true friendship is. I mean, true real life friendship. It's not found in money. I'm not calling Norm on the phone and texting him every time I'm going live and telling him I'm live or tracking down one of my longtime supporters, Sandy Callie, and saying, my God, I need to. Come on, do your thing and have fun doing it, and don't worry about support. Don't be out there every day thinking about, well, how can I set up this thing to get a flow of monthly money going and things like that. Totally voluntary contributions. That's to me, that's the backbone of YouTube. Okay, not being obligated to do jack shit on here. I think that is the key. So hey, DF, long time no see. Hope I'll have an update for you guys tomorrow. We will see. I'm not going to sit up all night here. I don't know. So we will see. But I did want to update you guys on that and tell you have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Amanda. I don't think the voice thing I don't know if anything's even set up tonight, but thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you had a good time in Vegas. You might have gone in. You might have just gone right in the envelope, Amanda, before things close down again. I don't know there. Anyway, have a good night, everybody, and see you in the morning.